Oh, hello everybody. Sparrow and I wish to say hello and spend a couple minutes with you guys. This is how crazy, well, I was going to say this is how crazy this hobby is, but it's not true. This is how important you time is. Crazy morning appointment until noon, got to the office immediately into a lunch with my colleague, immediately to my desk working, handled some moderately irritating issues, came home, packed up my dogs, sent them off with my mother-in-law who is watching them. I have to leave at 4 a.m. for a 6 a.m. flight tomorrow to be out of town for the weekend. Got to pack the family up too. And I actually need to be to the Apple store in less than an hour from now and come back and do all that. But I'm going to have my cup of coffee that I always have after work, 99% of the time, and change this baby. So, hi. I want to talk about a topic that Kellie girl talked about that I liked. I liked it a lot. The topic that she addressed was twofold. One addressed first right or refusal, and the other addressed originals, like original items that come with the doll. So as per usual, I have not nearly long enough enjoyed Sparrow in this unbelievably gorgeous outfit from Kate Quinn that we got last week sometime. The color is unbelievable. The fabric is unbelievable. She's unbelievable. I love the whole thing. But I'm going to change her because that's what we do, and put her into another amazing outfit. And the good news is that I will enjoy reusing these outfits because of not really, I mean, I took some pictures, and I think one thing I really want to do is enjoy outfit changes and enjoy outfits that I don't have to take 1,000 photos of. Because realistically, I mean, it would be a while before people would want to see more pictures of her in the same outfit. But for me, I can enjoy her in the outfit and take some time to enjoy my doll and not have to tell everybody about it all the time. Because I'm sure everybody doesn't need to hear every inch of what I do with the dolls all the time. But anyway, I'm totally digressing here. I did want to also let you guys know, a lot of you saw that Niklaus is with a new mom. The best mom that he could possibly have in this community, and where he'll be loved and appreciated. And so you can see him over at Annie Banani's nursery. I am in a process of making changes to my collection. I don't know why. You know that I've had a couple videos on and off about selling dolls as the topic, and a lot of times I like to say that it's a money thing and a space thing and all of that. And because I'm not really ever in the situation to have unlimited space and unlimited funds, I can't honestly, knowingly answer the question of, you know, would I keep them all if space and money were not an issue? Because there's also the feeling of it being too much to get the experience that I'm looking for. There's a big part of me that wishes that when I had gotten Niklaus, I had just stayed with the one doll and really like enjoyed that pretend, so to speak. And because also there's an added level of realism there, right? Because unless you're having multiples or you're adopting a bunch of babies, you have one child, and so there's a so-called relationship that builds there. And anyway, but I am desiring a little bit of a change. It gets very difficult to do that when you love all of your dolls. But I think also when you analyze, like, what is it that is making it so difficult, and kind of come to terms with that, it's not as major. You just gotta, if you want to do it, you just do it, and then you're okay. And that actually does lead me, though, into the first of the two topics from Kellie Girl's video that I mentioned that I wanted to talk about. And that is first right or refusal. And that is a pretty standard practice from what I have experienced in the hobby. And I have certainly received all but one baby. I have received, you know, first right or refusal, like, commitment from the person who bought the doll for me. One time the person actually did sell the doll, but I was okay with it. And other than that, I haven't had to address the situation, you know, like decide. Nobody's come back to me selling one of my old dolls. But I do always ask for it. And so the question was, like, how do you feel about that, and do you think it's important? And should we have a contract for it? And I think that it's a great best practice, a great thing to have as an option and ask for and work out, and I certainly appreciate it. You know, I've sold several dolls that I really, 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 really love, and it took a little while for me to get ready to sell them, and I knew there was a chance that I may regret it. And that's sort of like a little insurance policy, or maybe, you know, also having to sell or choosing to sell because it was the most responsible choice, or, you know, if you sell because you need the money at the time, whatever it may be. You have that option if the person who buys the doll chooses to sell the doll in the future, that they come and ask you first if you would like to purchase the doll back before they sell it on to someone else. I do love having that option. I think that it is really nice to do. I also think that we need to be realistic and know that unless you sign a binding contract, which if it's that important to us, we should, but we're all really nice and we don't want to offend people. Unless we do that, the reality is the doll is their property to do with what they want. Some people are just really, like, don't keep track of that stuff. They've got a lot going on and they just don't think about it. Sometimes you stop talking and then, you know, life rolls forward and then they just move forward and it's not purposeful. Whatever may happen. There's a lot of different things that can happen. But the reality is it's their doll. They don't have to, and there is a chance that they will sell the doll on and not sell it to you. Now she's got this, totally forgot, you guys, and just opened up her diaper for all the, you know, world to see, so we had to clip that out. She's got this cloth diaper on. It's a little bulky, so we're gonna see how that goes. But this outfit is the reason I bought this print from Kate Quinn shop. It's got the blue birds on it. Blue is a wonderful color for her. She has blue eyes, and of course they're birdies, which look like sparrows to me. So it's kind of her theme. And this outfit today is going to be dedicated to Chrissy, because Chrissy has expressed how much more she appreciates the babies when she is able to see more of their body, because that's where the realism really shines and where you can really appreciate the amazingness of the art. So I envisioned this the moment I saw this hat, and so I'm going to put her in it and dedicate it to you, girl. Yeah, so I think that first right of refusal is wonderful unless you're going to have a contract. It's not guaranteed. I don't think it makes anybody a scammer if they don't honor it. Obviously, circumstances pending. And you have to know that it's not, that there's, even if you do sign a paper, it doesn't necessarily preclude the chance that the doll will be sold on without you. And even if you went to court over it, you're not going to get the doll back. You might get, I don't even know what you would get. It would have to be in the contract, right? So that's that. And then in terms of originals, this question applies a little bit less to me, only because with one exception, which is Niklaus, really, I haven't had dolls presented. This is 0 to 3 months, and look how snug. I haven't really had dolls that were presented in a way that made me feel like the originals were like originals. You know what I mean? In general, there's been a blend of newer used clothing, or I don't know. It's different if you're getting a Claire Taylor, or you're getting or even, you know, a Lillian Breedveld doll, or another doll that is, you know, that's part of the entire experience. A Romy Stridham doll, even high-end Reborn dolls that are coming, you know, in a premium presentation. But my opinion on originals, I always try to send on everything that I received with the doll. I accidentally forgot a bracelet one time. I felt bad about that. But I do try to send everything on, because I also kind of think of those items as belonging to that baby, if that makes sense. I think that if you have a doll that you're selling on, it costs a lot of money, and if they're paying on a lot of money too, that especially if it's in a situation where you know that like the originals, the stuff they're coming with are considered originals, that it's important that you disclose what is all coming with the doll, and that you adjust appropriately, that the transaction has very clear, transparent terms of the sale, so that you're never in danger of coming across like you're misleading somebody, that somebody's expectations are not properly managed, and end up with, you know, unhappy people, potential disputes, you know. And I think it's fair to make sure that there's clear communication. And I think that while I think there's responsibility on both sides, actually, I think that there's a piece of fuzz stuck to her hair, and I don't want to pull her hair because I don't want to pull it out of her head, and I can't. We'll have to get a little bit of tape or something. Look, you guys. I can't take it. Let's see if we can prop her up on her little lamb for a pillow. That works slightly. I'm kind of new to these hats, so just bear with me. It's funny, I'll go back and watch the videos, and I'm fussing with a piece of hair that's stuck to her forehead for a minute, and in the video you can't even see the hair. So yes, I think that originals are a part of the package. I think that they are important to collectors, to a lot of collectors anyway. I think that expectations should be managed properly. I think that when you buy a premium doll where originals are a part of the purchase, that if you have lost the originals, then in most cases it's appropriate to adjust a little bit the price that you're asking to account for that, because to me that's similar to wear and tear on the doll. you know, in my opinion anyway. It's similar to wear and tear on the doll. Let's adjust our angle a little bit. Oop, wrong way. Oh, Lordy. So that's my take on it. Similar to wear and tear when you don't have all the items, especially in a scenario where that's part of the package that you purchased, and where the seller may be assuming that they come with them. On the other hand, if that's a contingency, like if that's a make or break for you and it's not specifically mentioned whether or not the originals are included, I do think that there's responsibility on the buyer's part as well to ask those questions. Just like if the doll comes with a certain kind of clothing, if the doll comes with the outfit pictured, you know. I almost purchased a doll that had this unbelievable outfit that she was in, and it was part of the what made the doll so attractive, because it created an energy and a theme of the doll. But I read the description and it said that the doll did not come in the item, in the dress that was in the picture, or the bow that was on her head. And in fact, the doll would only come with the dress if the auction exceeded a certain dollar amount, and that even then the bow would still not come with the doll. So the seller said it, you got to read it, and you got to clarify. Okay, so that's her in her beautiful little Kate Quinn semi outfit, my little Sparrow girl. That's it. We're gonna get going. We gotta go to the Apple store. We gotta get everything done. So I was glad to be able to spend this time with you guys, and hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. I probably won't be making videos because I won't have a baby with me, but I will see you when I get back. Sending out much love, and bye for now.